Hello, my name is Bernardo. Welcome to yourgreatlifetoo.com. Today's episode is why stress destroys you and how to take charge. First of all, stress is nothing more than fear. We as a society have found out a label to kind of like disguise this emotion called fear, which allows us to feel better about ourselves. I'm not afraid, I'm just stressed. It's the same crap, honestly. I finished watching a documentary about stress, which is very interesting because it details with extensive studies the effect that stress has in your system, in your body. And it's pretty scary, to say the least. So I want to give you a few of those, namely, because of time, the 3 top reasons why stress destroys you, and then a small solution of how to change it around. First reason why stress destroys you is because stress, as you secrete additional hormones in your system, those hormones actually collect in your arteries. So not only do they damage the arteries, but they create plaque in your arteries. That means that you have an increased chance for heart attacks. And that's definitely something you want to stay away from. Now, at the beginning, I failed to mention that stress has a purpose. The purpose for stress is to allow you to fight, right? If you have a stressful situation in the past, that means somebody's about to eat you, so you run. And that increased level of energy and adrenaline and hormones give you extra strength to do this. But when you put your system in a place where 24/7 you're demanding this type of stress and there's no real physical danger, that's what the problem is. Because then your system never takes a break. And those increased substances in your system not only do they weaken your immune system, but they weaken you. Second reason why stress destroys you is because stress, and this is, I think, so interesting, people who are stressful collect more fat in their bodies than those who are not stressful. Not only that, they collect fat around their belly, men and women, and that type of fat is the most dangerous type of fat that you can have. So again, even if it's from a selfish and ego point of view, if you want to look thinner, feel less stressful. Third reason, stress changes your brain's ability to function properly. What do I mean by this? If you grab 2 brains, and they've done this with humans and with monkeys who are stressed all the time, and they evaluate the connections in the brain, people and monkeys who continuously face stress have less connections between them, have less ramifications in their neurons. What that means specifically is that you have less ability to think through things, and you have less ability to recall things. So one of the reasons, again, I was watching an interview, this was maybe a couple of years ago, with one of the top neurosurgeons in the world, and he was stating that one of his theories of why there's an increased level of Alzheimer's in the culture today is because people are living in such a much stressful way that's affecting the brain's ability to think. Not only that, there's lots of cases of people who in younger ages, before, and it's not 80 or 70, but younger ages, 50 and 40, that have bad memory. Again, all related to stress. So that's the problem. How do you solve it? There's a few ways that you can solve stress. First of all is realizing it's something that's killing you. So if nothing else, the awareness may actually cause you to lower your level of stress. But the main way you do this, and what they found out through all the studies, is that stress grows in relationship to the level of lack of control that you feel in your system. So the less control you feel you have over your life, the more stressful you are. So in practical terms, if you work at a place where you have absolutely no control of anything, and where you feel that you're not appreciated, then your level of stress is going to increase. If you work at a place where you have more control over things and you're appreciated in some way, then you're going to have less stress. Same thing with your personal life. If you make a difference, if you create something, if you have one-on-one powerful friendships, or go out with a group of friends, that decreases stress, and that not only decreases stress, but also repairs certain endings in your DNA. It's the ramifications of emotions are so staggering, even at the cellular level, at the DNA level, that even though I've known about these things for some time, it still blows my mind. So my challenge for you today is to focus today on how you get stressed in your life. How many times do you get stressed in your day? Usually what are the triggers? And first of all, short term, do something about it in terms of going out in nature, being more with friends, finding reasons to love life more. That by itself is going to create some change. Secondly, more long term, think about being in a place day in and day out that you love, where you love what you're doing, and also where, yeah, you may feel stressed at times, but you don't feel stressed all the time, especially not because people don't care about what you're doing. So if your job is one like I described, change it. Pretty much that's the alternative. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. As always, I encourage you to live a full and conscious life, and especially today, I challenge you to view stress as what it really is, something that's destroying your life, and find a creative, find a loving, find a powerful way to change it around so that you have more peace and less stress. Thank you.